Pick the stamp.
You tell me what this one is for.
After you pick the stamp, you lock the windows. Pick the stamp is there. And if you can't move out, we put him in the vehicle, we drive him. We want to protect you. Let him just give the stamp.
If not, we shall go together. Give the stamp.
Let him get the stamp.
No. Give that to Barbara.
He's not taking anything.
You hold this bag here.
Let me get my.
No, you're not making any call. Don't make any call for now. Don't make any call.
What we need the stamp.
Just get first the stamp.
We need the stamp. We need the stamp.
You're not
What
making
is it
any
for?
We need on the stamp.
What is this problem for?
Oh, we shall pick you in the vehicle. We'll drive you away.
We drive you away.
This is
You
for.
get for us the stamp.
To get the
The
stamp.
stamp is there.
Where?
The stamp. I said
You pick it yourself. You
Remove,
pick it.
remove.
Remove it.
Remove the stamp.
You pick
Remove
it.
the stamp.
Pick the stamp.
If not, we drop it in the vehicle.
Mzee, go and pick the
Yeah,
stamp.
I can go to the vehicle.
No, you first. No,
No, I
first-
can go there.
Remove the stamp.
After you come
Remove the
here.
stamp.
Come here. You come here.
Let me go.
Come this way.
After you come here.
Come this way.
But why?
Bring the stamp.
You get the stamp. Let's get the stamp. Let's go to one.
We need
I
the
said
stamp.
what is the reason?
You
Why
get
can't
the
you
stamp.
why
You
can't
get
you
it
why
from
can't you
there.
act without a reason?
You
We'll
get
get it
the
from there.
stamp. You get the.
I said what is all that that you are doing?
Give the stamp only.
I go to which sub county?
Rainbow sub-county.
River sub county.
Yes.
You give the stamp.
Give the stamp only.
No, I said where am I going? Where am I going?
Rainbow
You report
sub-county.
Uh-uh,
to Rigo sub-county.
But then what happened?
We'll get it
No.
from there.
You get first the
No,
stamp.
if you remove the stamp and we go.
After you ask.
Let's go.
Let
Come
him
on.
get the stamp.
No, let's go.
Come,
You get first the stamp.
Come.
No, let's go.
You get first the stamp. No.
No, let's go. Let's go. Let us go.
After you come.
Let's go. Let's
stamp
go.
is
It is in your bag. You
Not
pick
in the bag. It is there.
You can pick
Let's
it.
go.
You first pick the stamp.
Let me call them. Bring the bag here. Bring the bag. Bring the bag. Bring the bag. We need the stamp only. Bring the bag. Or we drop him. Let's drop him in the vehicle.
No, you first get the stamp.
What are all these? What are all these
The
for?
stamp has to be in your custody.
Please let me go.
Oh no, we need the
The
stamp.
stamp has to be in your custody. Just get it. Let's go.
All the things will remain here. We need the stamp only. We don't need any other thing.
Man,
No, let me
if
go.
you turn the other side, you're not
Inside.
moving away.
No,
Inside.
you will be inside
You
here.
will be inside. You have this.
Inside for.
You have this. You have the keys.
I'll
Do
be
your
inside
work.
for.
You do your work. Afande. Come on, open. Come on, open the door.
Come on, open the door here.
Why you always close?
You open the door here.
You open that door.
Or just close the behind.
Let me have close because I'm thinking everybody is there person.
You close this one.
Close the window.
Close the. So for anything, let them report to the sub-county report. And tell any other government staff here to vacate the place immediately. Okay? Afande, let's go. We'll go. You pick this.
No, the key we are going with.
Yes, you pick that. Then let's go. Go. Yes. That's the information. We're not closing. Let them go. Let them go. Let them leave the place. They told them to leave. Even the staff at the compound to leave. Today, the concerned citizens of Okollo district have risen up to protect their territories of the public institutions that have been fraudulent, grabbed by Terego district. They have walked their talk and moved to the schools, picked the keys, picked the stamps, and today they have convened here at the sub-county to hand over these assets to the district chairman. And what they have done, they have moved to Otsea Primary School, that is located in Otsea Parish, Otsea Village, which Terego manipulated and said it has been under Otsea Village, Katiku Parish, Terego District, and yet these are institutions that are located in Okollo District. And they have moved further to Yoro Primary School, picked the stamp, and picked the visitors book, locked the doors. What we have done is just simple. We are not causing any havoc. They have done justice. They want to show to the world that these public institutions belong to them. And it is already a wake-up call. We have schools like Chinya Primary, we have schools like Odobu, we have Kiraduku, we have schools like Ariwa, Yelulu. These are schools that primarily belong to Okollo district. We are now putting a statement to the Ministry of Education and Sports that to expedite the process as soon as possible to rescind these schools to Okollo district. We are putting a question to the Office of Prime Minister to also expedite this process to ensure that the historical coordinates of the disputed boundaries are put to result. We are putting this question to the Office of Speaker to also send a team to come on the ground to put this long border contestation issue to resolve it so that people of Okollo district are given justice. We are now calling upon and all the masses that hail from Okollo district to rise up to protect these institutions. By the time next year resumes, we want all the operations in these schools to be manned by Okollo district. The district chairman do for us justice. The DEO do for us justice. Do deployment as soon as possible. The struggle is not yet over. From now, we are deploying a team of over 1,000 concerned Madis will stay put on the ground. We don't want another deployment of staff by Terego district. If they are hearing this, let them walk to the district chairman's office and sit together. There is no way that they are going to negotiate. Just only to peaceful hand over these schools to Okollo district. We have been suffering for long. We want to thank our people, the concerned citizens of Okollo, who have taken a peaceful demonstration to rescind these keys and the stamps. And we also want to thank you, the media, for covering this event. Put it loud, let it reach to the different offices. The president office has to come on the ground. 1980, when Rhino Camp Refugee Settlement was established, all these schools were under Okollo district. It is aware, it is on record. How on earth will a school be located in Terego and the camp belongs to Okollo? This is just a common sense. Let's leave this manipulation. It is a time for us to deliver justice to our people. I want to thank you so much. We are following this. We are not relenting until justice has been granted to us. I thank you all.
Thank you.
For how long have these teachers of Madi been withdrawn and are not on ground there?
District chairman will give this information. He's the spokesperson of the district. I think he's the right person to respond to this question. Ours is only to come and step into the shoe. As being the concerned citizens, we felt so much depressed. We have been in pain for long. We cannot continue to see this injustice. He will respond to this as being the spokesperson of the district. Our people have been alienated for long. Because of the wrangles, they cannot now go and access these services. The partners have been doing their part. You see a situation where capitation grant comes directly to Terego district's account, and they're the ones deploying even the staff. Yet these schools stay within the jurisdiction of Okollo district. How will the people of Okollo feel comfortable even to access services there? If you go to the hospital, the facilities, accessing the facilities, it is a tug of war. People go there with the fear. Even the people who are staying there still go with the fear. And this time around, we now need equity. We don't want injustices. We don't want inequalities. We want the services to come right to the right people. The hosts have to benefit. The non-nationals have to benefit. What we are doing is not inflicting pain. We want to encourage the partners still even to continue supporting people. People should not get worried. We are only doing a peaceful demonstration. The reality is on the ground that these institutions belong to Okollo. And we also want the services to continue coming. The sub-county chairperson should be moving for frequent supervision and monitoring. That is what we need from the sub-county leadership political will. And if that one is lacking, it is going to affect services. And as being the concerned citizens, we are saying we need those services to come closer to the people, not living in contested areas because partners are still in fear. Observing who are the beneficiaries. Because we have Okollo, we have Terego, there is still wrangle. We want this one to be put to an end. We are not going to relent. We are going to stay there until this issue is resolved. If it means us taking the law into our hands, we are going to act by that. But we don't want bloodshed. Terego has no right to refuse to come and hand over these things to Okollo district. They have to accept. Or as we go to the historical coordinates, before creation of Okollo district, Okollo was a county, where the greater district, which was Arua, which was a mother district by then. Under those, they were counties, they were sub-counties, there were parishes, there were villages. Let us follow this and see where the realities are. We have the original codes of the schools. We want Terego to prove to us if they are told they have the original codes of these schools primarily when these schools were instigated. Now, if they are not there, let them do it. It was just a manipulation by the education management system. We know the person who did it. By then, when we were still under Terego, under Rua district. So they manipulated, they thought they were very clever enough, but we caught them. We want them to prove it with the old codes of these schools, if at all they have it, with the new ones. That is where we are going to resolve it. I think there is no need to worry. We are going to put the issue to rescue. I want to encourage us, the locals here, let us get back to those areas. We are not going to stop here. The sub-county must shift its operation with the effect from today to Europe. These citizens went there and picked the stamps. The chairman must sit there, all the technical wing. If there are no spaces, let them put tents there. And that's how we are going to work until the issue is being put resolved. If Oriama wants to come and sit there, we shall chase them away, because that's not where they have belonged. So it is a wake-up call. We are going to stay on the ground and do it peaceful. We want government to come to our rescue.
Tell us more about this particular ongoing conflict and which ones are the institutions which have been affected?
Thank you. I am Drabe Ismail Adris, the district chairman of Madi Okollo. This afternoon at exactly 2, I received an anonymous call requesting me to come to Rigo Sub-County immediately. And when I tried to get back to the caller, it was off the line. So I didn't know what was happening. I immediately requested for my vehicle and I am here. And it is only upon arriving here that I'm learning and knowing of what has happened. It is true, the two schools, Ochea and Yoro Primary School, I'm aware. In fact, these schools are about 6. We had Ochea Primary School, Olobu Primary School, Ariwa Primary School, Yoro Primary School, Katiku Primary School, about 6. Yelulu Primary School. So these were schools which were started by the community at the onset of the coming of refugees to Madi Okollo. And the schools were coded under Madi County. That was in the late 90s, 97, 8 there. Unfortunately, around 2005, 6, 7 here, there's a gentleman who served as an inspector of schools under Rua district. I was told he is someone from Terego. So in his performance of his duties, he chose to transfer these Madi schools to Terego County by then. So the schools which were coded by Madi Okollo, under Madi Okollo, eventually were moved to Terego. And that was at the peak when the border issue between Madi Okollo and the Terego counties in Rigo Sub-County started. And it was all about scramble for resources. The Teregians felt that since probably they are near the base camp and the settlement, they deserved to have more share of resources there. And that's now the genesis of how these schools moved from Madi Okollo to Terego. While under Arua, councillors from Madi Okollo tried their level best to have these schools reverted to Madi Okollo. But because of weak systems in the local government, their efforts did not yield any fruit. Now, when Madi succeeded under Arua and became a district in 2019, after the general election of 2021, at the commencement of 2022, the MP for Lower Madi Okollo, Honorable Afidra, had an interaction. He communicated the fate of these 6 schools to the Minister of Education, Honorable Mama Janet Kataha, who took his complaint genuinely, because in the ministry data, these schools are reflecting Madi Okollo. But in the operational menu, they are under Terego. So the MP wanted now from the data them to be brought out to the administrative menu, and they become schools of Madi Okollo. The minister did something which, though was not documented, but he transferred the UPE rights of these schools to Madi Okollo. And in the year 2023, the UPE for these three schools, Ochea, Arewa, and Odobu, we are coming to Madi Okollo. And the whole thing gave us a lot of headache, because the cost centers were reading Terego, the school rights were in Madi Okollo. This matter continued for almost 1 full year, not until when Terego local government had to take this issue for mediation to the office of the Solicitor General. So Michael and Dio, they moved to his office severally until he passed a resolution again to take the UPEs for these schools from Madi Okollo to Terego. So the mediation exercise did not involve me, because I was not invited. But the truth is these schools were first coded by Madi Okollo, and they are schools which belong to Madi Okollo. So when I see the youth rising up to claim these schools, I feel they are right, because these are known facts by both people, the people of Terego and the people of Madi Okollo. But if only they called me earlier and briefed me before coming to Rigbo, I would have collected my security team to come and listen to them. But now that I have come alone, I'm not going to issue very many statements here. What I will do is to receive the keys to these schools, and I report back to the office, convene an emergency security committee meeting, and I hand over them to the RDC, and they see what they are going to do. Otherwise, I am tired of talking about these schools. They seem to be letting us down, because when the UPE rights of these schools were changed to Madi Okollo, I gave a number of letters to the ministry. I wrote to the permanent secretary, Minister of Education. I wrote to the minister over these schools. I thought they would help us in harmonizing this issue. At the same time, I have been in talks with the officials from Ministry of Local Government, because when the border reaffirmation exercise took place around 2021, late 2021, in 2023, March 18, the Prime Minister ordered that the Minister of Local Government must come and show us, as districts, at the time of creation of Madi Okollo, what were the villages in Madi Okollo, to determine where the disputed areas have fallen. Up to today, local government has not responded. We are a little bit disappointed. I have moved to PS local government several times, trying to ask him to sort in this matter. He is not acting. I have moved to the minister with letters. She has not acted. I have written to the PS. He has not acted. So you wonder, where do these people expect their, inputs to come from? Me, I thought we were working for them. When we push reports, they now needed to act on those reports. So they have not responded. I think I don't have much words. I'm grateful to you for showing responsibility. Actually, this citizen responsibility is what is the key. For them to understand what is happening in their land is great. And this is a very big challenge to our leadership, because we should have finished it ourselves. I want to ask them to be calm. We are going to take up this matter. And this thing is now making me think also that on Friday this week, I must call all Madi children who have legal background to come to Madi Okollo. I want to hand over the forged papers which were used for transferring these schools to Terego to them. It seems no longer the ministry, the center is going to help us. I want them to try to follow that person who changed these schools to Terego, because we have papers indicating so. I want all my legal children, those who have law background, let them join me on Friday this week. I'll wait for them in the office. I want to hand over these papers to them. Let them try to see where the problem was and how we can solve it in the courts of law. Terego went to court over the issue of UPE. For us now, we are going to court over the issue of coding these schools. And if they can move very fast, I think in the coming year we are going to sort this issue.
How has not children's learning, but also teachers, they are getting salary, but this disturbance seems to make them not teach well.
There is no comfortability. Nobody is comfortable in these schools. The teachers are worried, thinking that at any time they may be attacked. And for sure now, if the citizens begin these actions, then it is even getting increasingly, more worries have to come in. So people are not comfortable in these areas. We too, we are not comfortable because the people have been asking us questions. Each time you come to campaign in Rigbo, you must meet this question about 10 to 15 times. In a number of villages, our schools, our schools, our schools. The issue of the border. Issues over which you have no clear authority to talk about, but they are being asked. So people in that belt, they are not comfortable. They are not happy. And there's always tension. The Terego people sitting for meetings, Madi people sitting for meetings, which meetings you really don't know how they are going to end.
Are these things not politically orchestrated because legally and the codings are very clear? Why would they continue to happen?
Well, there is politics. Huh? This world is being driven in management by politics. There are politicians there who want to prove their relevancy. And there are politicians there who thrive in anarchy. So all these factors are there. And these are issues that we have been managing.
What will be your last resolution if ministry does not respond and take responsibility?
We have the Madi children whom I'm going to send to the court. And next week they must be in court to bring action against those who transferred these schools. We now want to begin from Madi Okollo, we go to Arua, and from Arua we go to ministry and demand that the schools have to be reverted to Madi Okollo, because we have evidence of coding them. That justification is there.
I was given a call yesterday when we had this confusion also at the district here, that an unknown gunmen, people who are wielding guns. I'm told some of them are in UPDF uniform. Went to chair, the UPDF came out of the vehicle, surrounded the school. Those who wanted to achieve their sinister objective went to the teacher's office, picked the attendance, the visitor's book, and also the stamp and the laptop, the computer systems that they are using for producing report cards of the children. I'm told all of them were swept and went their way. And told the teacher, if you want these things, follow us to Rigbo sub-county. But I think the challenge is bad neighborhood. Having people with very low perceptions in your neighborhood is the biggest challenge you can have in life. There are 2 districts in this region that are known for border conflicts. They have conflicts with all the neighbors. All. Madi district, Madi Okollo district has conflicts with Terego. They have conflict with Arua, at Laura, at Ajia. They have conflicts with Zombo, at Atiak. They have conflicts with Yumbe. They are all over conflicting, even to the extent they claimed they have land even across the Nile in Amur. Really, we are dealing with the wrongly mind-setted people. That is the basics of this problem. I will show you documents. You see, government is run on legalities. If government was run on individual wishes, it will be anarchy. Issues of border are not determined by Chairman LC5 or Woman MP Madi Okollo. They are determined by a system, a machine which is not manufactured in Uganda, a machine called GPS, Geopositioning System, GPS, that has all the coordinates inputted in it, and it simply shows. And the Ministry of Lands has been suffering with this. Border reaffirmation in that area has been done several times. Several times, Ministry of Lands technical staff have come to this region, gone to that location, established and reaffirmed borders of that place. Ochia, yes, in the last border reaffirmation was reported to be in Madi Okollo. And this found that school in Terego, being managed from Terego. But also, the same report indicates that Mwanange, which is right now in Madi Okollo, is a school which is supposed to be in Terego. And what did not happen? The office of the Prime Minister herself actually called us, to be specific, on the 11th of February 2021, called us to have her office, the boardroom. That's where we had the meeting. And she directed the Minister for Local Government and said, I want to hear that in this next 1 week, you're already in that location. If I don't hear it, the second week I will be here myself. The minister did not come. She has not come. So the problem has remained here. And that time, the summary of our meeting was, let the status quo remain as government prepares to come and make sensitization and declaration of that report. So that's where the problem is. The schools that have been scrambled over, they are technically located where they are is clear. The maps are there. The report is there. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I have copies of that report in my car. They are there. I move with it. So really, reasonable people cannot do this kind of things. And more so, a person called you honorable member of parliament, woman member of parliament, I think this is a dishonor for the entire country. If members of parliament start thinking in a very cheap way like that, we are finished. Because they are supposed to exhibit highest level of integrity. If you now allow yourself to facilitating, funding locals to take up arms, closing institutions of modernity, such as a school, I think we are finished. I have no words to explain it. A whole member of parliament facilitating people to go and close a school where children's report cards have been prepared. I think I am in on a difficult planet. Maybe the problem is me. This generates a lot of noise in my head. That a person you would think is now empowered does this kind of thing.
What will you say about the claim that the schools are in Madi Okollo, but the funds, the UPE capitation comes to Terego?
That's just
based on the school codes they were able to say originally existed in Madi Okollo County.
That's a true typical lie, and this is a characteristic of being primitive. Primitive in our sense is basic in reasoning. Basic in reasoning. Because from the records, it is clear these schools are in Terego. Actually, they did a very fishy thing with the Ministry of Education officials. For 2 years, Ochia, Udobu, and Arewa could not receive UPE. They channeled the UPE through Madi Okollo. The schools suffered for 2 years. Until I want to thank Anne of IGG, who stepped in. Actually, those schools were supposed to be to have closed that time. Really, I want to appeal to my Madi Okollo counterparts. to reason well, I think as leaders we don't need to degenerate to that low levels.
How has this affected learning for our children, both refugees and the host community?
I'm telling you, if children now study under fear, as we speak, even teachers are fearing. Compiling now their report, filling their report cards is difficult. Even this morning I got a call, I said, we don't know what we can do. Even a head teacher called me yesterday, we don't know how safe we shall be at night. So that means they are fearing, and once they are fearing, they are going to abandon the school. You go and check over the holidays. Nobody is going to be in that school. Vandalism will take over. So really.
What is your call to ministry that has the mandate especially to solve some of these nitty-gritties, especially border issues have been raised over time, and there seem to be no decision taken?
I think central government has overslept on the job. They now need to wake up. They need to wake up and they conclude this matter to the logical conclusion. Take it to the logical conclusion. It is time bad. Because much as they don't feel it, they are in their cool offices in Kampala, but the last beneficiary, the primary beneficiary, the child, is going through a lot, is suffering. And I want to recollect how even Ochia Primary School, one time, the then RDC, later Briga closed it. For 1 full week, children could not come to school because he brought lunatics to that school. They harassed the children, beating them and so on, and eventually children gave up. They could not come. So, really, leaders of that caliber, I think, if I start degenerating to that level, God should relieve me. I'd rather go home. Because if you behave like this, that means you are sitting on the potential for the people to learn and improve.
Ochia Primary and the Ochia Health Center are actually in the same location.
Yes.
Where does the health center belong?
The health center is in Madi, Okollo. That one I have no dispute about it. The primary is in Madi, Okollo. I have no dispute about it. The market is in Terego. That is the report, the border reaffirmation report. The two institutions are the other side. The market is in Terego.
How come the signpost of Ochia Primary indicates Terego District or Riama Sub-County?
That was when we still knew it was in Terego. But the border reaffirmation report indicates it is in Madi Okollo district. That one I don't want to dispute it. I must speak frankly and tell you the truth, tell the country the truth.
So of the 3 schools, which ones are in Terego?
It is only Ochia Primary, which is in Madi Okollo. Instead, Wanyange Primary School, which right now is in Madi Okollo, is in Terego. It is the responsibility of central government now to do these swaps formally. It is supposed to be the central government doing the swaps.
What about Odobu?
Odobu is in Terego. As I've said, I'm going to give you that map. You are going to saw it. And I hope the Madi team will show you a map. Because what they always quickly run to say is, hey, you see, these borders, elders know it. Which elder? Borders are not determined by elders. But what elders determine is the land ownership. This difference must be very clear.
Okay, Chairman, mine is a technical one here. The head teacher of, you said Ochia, you have confirmed Ochia is in Rhinocam, Madi Okollo,
yes.
Rigbo.
Yes.
But the head teacher of Ochia Primary says he is under the administration of Riama Sub-County Terego District. I
have just explained. I said we had a meeting in the Prime Minister's office. She said, let the status quo be maintained. The central government would come with the lasting solution to this problem. That is what they agreed.
Okay.
So,
no, it's just down to a matter of misunderstanding the current mapping.
Yeah, they don't know it. But what pains my heart is people you think now are in the parliament of Uganda even do not understand. That's the most unfortunate thing for this country.
Okay.
We spoke with the LOC5 of Madi Okollo, and he said it has become a security matter now.
They are the ones who are causing it. Who brought the gun-wielding people in the schools yesterday? They are the ones who brought them. So to whom is he addressing that?
But is this affecting the local population there besides just the schools?
It is affecting the local population. Let me tell you, a number of people in that location don't sleep in their homes. Fear of being attacked at night. You know, the bad things are done at night, wrongdoers. And most of those people who come to attack, they even come on the borders, in vehicles, from afar. But they claim that place administratively is that side. But the locals there know they are being administered from Terego. They know.
Will you call for referendum over this matter?
No, there is no provision for referendum on these things. It is the law. It is the law. But unfortunately,
for the community
central
where
government is more confused. They don't want to listen to the science of this. They listen to the witchcraft of Madi Okollo side. They don't want to listen to the science involved in this. And for that reason, I want to tell you, Yoro village, Akino Paris, in Uriama sub-county, there are 2 villages. 2 LC1s. One LC1 elected by the locals from this side, another LC1 appointed by Ribo local government. You see that?
Both having stamps?
Yeah, they have stamps.
Recognized by local government?
The other time I told them, you bring your stamp, I want to see. They went for good, but they said they have the stamp given by Ministry of Local Government.
Are they both being paid the 10K per
They
month?
get it. They both get it. They both get it.
What's the name of that village?
Your village in Uriama sub-county. There is another chairman in the same village. The other time when they were distributing nets this side were distributed, that one also, you see, duplication. I don't see a reason why government is not listening to these kind of things.